Hi guys, I'm back! I hope you guys didn't miss me too much. Welcome to Monday Night Mashup, and this episode is called Cali is Coming, because Cali is coming. Cali is this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and that should be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be there. I've not been here for the last couple of weeks because my exams, uni, I had to hand in my dissertation. Now that's been handed in, and also final year, so I had some exams, and now that they're over, I can concentrate on you guys. But yeah, it's good to be back on Monday Night Mashup. Looks much better with a brown guy on here than a ginger guy. Hope you all agree. Yeah, and I've just taken a short break from building my broadsides to come and talk to you guys. Oh man, broadsides. So I'm taking 9 broadsides this weekend. I've already got 3 built. I've got 6 that I'm building, and then I've got to paint them all as well. Easy work. Only 9 broadsides, And yeah, I thought we could talk today about Cali and my list for Cali. I'm just going to. I should. Oh, almost press end live video there. There you go. That is the link to my list, guys. It's on the Glasshammer Gaming website. Just drop the link there. Hello to all the viewers. That's just a link to my list. Go on there, have a look, and I'll go through it as well. And just say why I've gone for what I have gone for, and I'm hoping to do, hopefully. So basically, I've gone with Tau, and I just the list is one which it came from one of the list writing service lists. So someone had requested for a Tau list. And I wrote this list, a similar list to this up, also with 9 broadsides in. And then as I was writing the list, I just more and more started to think, actually, this is pretty cool. I would like to give it a go. I'd like to play it as well, see how it is. Looks like it's going to be a bit of fun. So I thought, yeah, I'll take it to Cali. And it's a bit of a change. For those of you who know me, it's a bit of a change to the list that I normally play. So, it's not a horde. It goes away from my 200 cultists, my 150 odd guardsmen, my 150 fire warriors even. Goes away from all of that. It's something a little bit different to what I normally use. And the whole list is basically built around the idea of the 9 broadsides. Thanks, Trotter. It's good to be back. But yeah, the whole list is built around the 9 broadsides. The logic behind taking them was the missiles that they fire are very, very good. They can deal with vehicles and all of those kind of things quite well. And the SMS was the main reason why they were taken, because at Cali, the terrain is going to be sort of like ITC rules, I believe, where bottom level of ruins is line of sight blocking. So people are going to have quite a lot of places where they can hide things. Matthew, building all those broadsides a week before the tourney, you're a brave man. Come on, bro, you know me. I'll build an entire army and paint it the night before. That's just me. If I wasn't doing something like this, then you know that I'm not feeling myself. But yeah, the broadside, the main reason was the SMS. So there's going to be a lot of places where people can hide units, little units, backfield units, even the units like that people push up with. They might hide them if there's a wall in the middle of the board. And, with Tau, you can't really get to a position quite well where, you can get over your opponent or go around the building to sort of see them. where they are to shoot them. You won't really get line of sight if someone's hiding behind like a building. So the SMS is key. I mean, I'm getting 24 shots per unit that don't need to see where they're shooting. So with the 3 units, you know, I've got 72 strength 5 shots at -1 that also ignore cover. I think that's very, very good. That's what drew me to them, because with the set objectives, you never know, there might be objectives behind buildings, and it might be, you know, people can put their units on these objectives really well because they're hidden from me. And if I didn't have the SMS, they'd be sitting there all game and I'd have no way of getting to them, because obviously my tower's not built to be combat. It's quite hard to build tower to be combat. So unless I can get to them and shift them somehow in combat, I would never be able to move them off those objectives that were hidden behind buildings. But that's what the SMS is for. It's like anybody that's going, normally it's like, oh, if I jump out from behind this building onto that objective, I'm going to get shot and killed. But now people will also be thinking, actually, I need to put quite a durable unit on the objectives that are hidden, because they'll die too, because of the SMS. So I just think it adds a lot. It adds a lot to the list. Jason, how you doing, bro? Say, weight of firepower seems to be the way to go with all armies, it seems. Yeah, at the moment, weight of fire is quite big, because with the, you know, with the new rules in chapter approved, with the Vigilus, it's just meant that guard horde has gotten better, and like it seems with the tabling rule gone, where if you get tabled you automatically lose, with that gone in some of the missions as well. There's quite a lot of hordes there at the moment. Hordes are popular, I mean, because you could sit on the objectives all game, get tabled and possibly still win some of the games. So hordes are going to be very popular. That's why weight of fire seems like the way to go at the moment, because it seems like the way to kill hordes is with weight of fire. So it just seems like the way that the meta is kind of at the moment. You never know, maybe it'll change. Hopefully it will change, because I mean, my list is very shooty here. I do quite like, I just want to try the 9 broadsides out, but I'm more of a combat man myself, so I would be more than happy for it to go away from stupid weights of fire. But yeah, so if we just quickly go through the list. So here I've got, it's based around 3 battalions, just so I've got the command points to use all the different stratagems I want to use. There's going to be lots of different stratagems that I'm going to use. Oh, Adam says, with so many stormbolters, weight of fire running around, how do you think it will be best to go around them or nullify them? Oh, nullifying like stormbolters. Oh, okay. So with my army, I think the things that they're going to want to shoot with their stormbolters are my shield drones and my fire warriors. I mean, almost in those games, it might be a tactic where, say I'm playing against, I don't know, Sisters or Deathwatch, that always win on 2s and things like that. It might actually be worth putting my fire warriors at the back, which is obviously something that I wouldn't do regularly, but putting my fire warriors actually behind my broadsides. So my broadsides would sort of, because in cover, you just put your broadsides in cover and they'll have a 1+ armor save. So even against things that are -1, they'll still have a 2+ armor save. It's brilliant. So if you're playing against weight of fire and stormbolters and things like that, I would almost put my broadsides at the front and then have the, you know, my fire warriors firing from behind them, so the fire warriors don't get shot by the stormbolters and things like that. And I just think that's really good. It just gives me options, having the broadsides and the fire warriors side by side. So I think that's the way that I would deal with bolters, is maybe, depending on the board and the mission, I might put my broadsides at the front. That could be a thing that I do. Also, something that I could do is maybe have like just 2 units of 5 fire warriors at the very front, shielding everything else from being, you know, deep struck on and shot. And then, because I can call a monk car at any point, so I could keep the 2 units of fire warriors at the front. Stuff comes down, they get cleared. Then the next turn I could call a monk car, and like the next couple of units could advance and go in front of everyone and still be able to fire as if I was stationary. So that helps. So I think that those would be my sort of tactic, giving them all away here before the tournament, what I'm thinking. But those would be my sort of tactics, I think, to deal with weight of fire that's like Stormbolters with no AP and things like that. But yeah, so yeah, the list was built around 3 battalions, because with the broadside, sometimes if you're playing against Imperial Knights and other vehicles that are toughness 7 and toughness 8, it's very nice to use the Tau stratagem. So the battalion that the broadsides are in, that's a Tau Sept battalion, because of the stratagem is +1 to wound. You know, if some of my fire warriors cause a wound to an Imperial Knight, then all of my broadsides will then be +1 to wound against that target for the rest of the phase. So that's brilliant for the shooting phase, but it is 3 command points. So with that being 3 command points, the exploding Markalite being another command point, 1 unit of broadsides being able to fully reroll to wound is another command point. You know, I'm going to be using 4 to 5 command points a turn. So with a battalion, with the 18 command points, it means I can do that for 4 or 5 turns, and it will be comfortable. I can use my stratagems for 4 or 5 turns of the game, and it's very useful. It's just very useful. When you're building around something like broadside, you need to have the command points to be able to buff those units for the turns that you need. So I think that's very important. So yeah, it's triple battalion. The broadsides are all in 1 battalion, and that's Tau Sept, just so they can overwatch on 5s as well. And then also, because I've gone triple battalion, I needed 9 troops choices. So I've gone for 9 squads of fire warriors. And one of the squads is a 10-man squad. And that's because I have Dark Strider. And Dark Strider gives 1 unit of infantry +1 to wound. So just to maximize that, you know, take advantage of that, it's useful having 1 squad of 10 fire warriors, because then you're just maximizing the +1 to wound. It'll be on a squad of 10 instead of a squad of 5. That squad's probably going to be the first one that people target because of that. But it's worth having just in case. It's just a nice thing. You know, there's fire warriors at 35 points spare. It's worth buffing one of the squads up to 10 man. I already have 9 units, so it's not like I need another unit. So you add it to one of the units, and it buffs them further. So I like that. And I've got Commander Shadowsun. Now Shadowsun is awesome. Shadowsun is 110 points now, and she's just amazing. She lets you call a double Cowyon. For her points now, she's amazing. So she's not really taken for her melter. She has 2 fusion blasters, but that's not what you take her for. You take her for the double Cowyon or the Montcar then Cowyon. So with the 9 broadsides, it's amazing. It means everybody who stands stationary within 6 inches of Shadowsun, which can be my entire army. I have measured it out. So my entire army, if it sits in a bubble, can all be within 6 inches of Shadowsun, and it means they'll all be re-rolling to hit, full re-rolls to hit for the entire phase, like the entire shooting phase, and she lets me call that 2 turns. So that many broadsides, along with 50 fire warriors, will get full re-rolls to hit for 2 shooting phases in the game, which is where I'll be doing my damage. That'll be immense. But also sometimes it's useful to call a Montcar. So if the targets that you're trying to reach are too far away, or they've gotten too close to you and you want to go further backwards and still be able to shoot, you could call a Montcar. So all of my broadsides and fire warriors will be able to advance and then be able to fire normally as if they hadn't moved. They'd be able to fire as if they'd remained stationary. So, you know, that means the broadsides could move like 11 inches and then fire at something 36 inches away, which is amazing. And then the next turn after that, you'd then be able to call a Cowyon. So you can't call a Cowyon, then call a Montcar afterwards, but you can call a Montcar and then call a Cowyon after that. So you can use a Montcar to move your army, you know, further up the board to where they need to be on objectives and then shoot stuff. And then the next turn, call a Cowyon and get full rerolls to hit after that. And I think that's awesome. Oh, my chat's not scrolling down with me. The Manitus is back. What's up with Harrison's list? Thought he was a Tau player. Oh, I thought Harrison was a Tau player too. But he's coming with Deathwatch, and Deathwatch are amazing. So, you know, watch out for Alex. I think he's going to do really well with his list. Deathwatch are awesome. Bernard said, did you break your Control-C and V button when making your list? No, yeah, I think it's a really good list. broadsides, fire warriors. What's not to like? Other people are using it. Yes, they are. I think it's really cool. Want to try it myself? Why not, man? Why not? Don't be hating on me, Bernie. I know you love me, really. Ash, can you give you my pro painted conversion? Harrison used to play second. Yeah, man, give it to me. Give it to me. But yeah, back to list, guys. I think also with my characters, so I've taken, yes, Commander Shadowsun for the double Carrion, and then I have Darkstrider to let my Fire Warriors, because the Fire Warriors will be, primarily they are a screen for the broadsides. So, you know, they will get tied up by things, locked in combat, touched. So Darkstrider's there basically so that my Fire Warriors can fall back and, you know, still be able to, primarily so they can fall back and still be able to shoot, because any extra shooting is nice in the Tau army, you know. I mean, say a unit of 5 Fire Warriors gets tagged in combat and one of them die, you know, just because people want to lock them up, then, you know, your 4 Fire Warriors, them being able to fall back and not do anything is massive, because having Darkstrider there means they can fall back and fire, and they'll be firing 3 shots apiece in rapid fire. So, you know, that's another 12 strength 5 shots. It's massive. So Darkstrider's key, he's only 45 points. So that's awesome. And then it's another Marker Light, which hits on 2s. So there's no reason not to take Darkstrider if you're taking Tau Sept. And then also I have taken 3 Cadre Fireblades. So I've taken 2 Cadre Fireblades in a Tau Sept battalion. One of them is my Warlord. He's got the Warlord trait through Unity Devastation, which means I can pick 1 unit, and all of my units of that set that fire at that target within 6 inches of my Cadre Fireblade, on a 6, there will be -1. So if I roll any 6s to wound, it's -1 armor save on the target. But that's awesome as well, combined with the Tau Sept stratagem. So if you know, on 6s, you're doing -1, you use your Tau Sept, and then you get +1 to wound, and all of a sudden 5s and 6s are -1. So it's nice for things like Imperial Knights, where Fire Warriors will be doing -1 to wound on them on 5s and 6s. It's awesome. It's just another bonus. It's, you know, it's free. It's a Warlord trait. And then the other Cadre Fireblade in that detachment has got the Relic, the Pure Tide Engram Neurochip, which means that every time I use a stratagem or my opponent uses a stratagem, I can roll a dice, and on a 6, I can get a command point back. So, you know, that's awesome. Structural Analyzer is awesome as well. Yeah, there are some good Warlord traits out there that are good. I like also, there's a few different ones actually. Oh, my Tau book is not to hand. It's not useful, is it? But yeah, there are a few cool Tau Warlord traits that you can use. I just prefer this one just because I've got Weight of Fire. So, you know, just in case there is that big nasty unit that I need my Fire Warriors to clear, then, you know, with 50 Fire Warriors, you know, if something comes in rapid fire, they can get 450 shots, and so hopefully chip away at something big that the broadsides maybe, if there's too many big things, broadsides can deal with what they can, and then the Fire Warriors will also be able to deal with things. That's the idea behind it. So, yeah, that's why I've gone for that one. And the Pure Tide Engram Neurochip as a relic for, because as I said, I like the stratagems that the army uses. So being able to get command points back helps as well. It's Darkstrider's ability to add +1 to a Fire Warrior wound roll. Ah, yeah. That's I just said about that. That's why I've taken the 1 unit of 10 Fire Warriors. So you're maximizing the +1 to wound ability. You pick the unit of 10 always. So it's just nice to have 1 unit of 10 to be able to maximize that, the amount of guys that get it. Yeah, and then what I've done is I've also taken, then I have a Sasir Sept. So the final battalion is Sasir Sept. And the reason why I took another Cadre Fireblade in that detachment, because originally I just wanted to take 2 Cadre Fireblades and then have a commander in that detachment, like a commander with loads of guns. But the reason why I went for that Cadre is because I believe the Cadres only give +1 shot in rapid fire range to infantry of the same, like Fire Warriors of the same sept as them. So because I've got 3 units of Fire Warriors there, it's worth just having that Cadre Fireblade to give them 3 shots each in rapid fire. And also he's another Marker Light which hits on 2s, so bonus. So he's there. And then I've taken the Ethereal. because of course you just want the broadsides to live and live and live as long as they can, because they're going to be putting out the main firepower. So the Ethereal's there to give, you know, a 6-up Feel No Pain bubble. So it'll be a 6-up Feel No Pain for the broadside, but also for the Fire Warriors. You'll give the Fire Warriors a 6-up Feel No Pain as well. But one thing that I really like with the Ethereal that I don't really see many people use, which I think is really cool, is on a turn where you call the Mont car and you want your entire army to get somewhere, you want them to advance up the board as fast as they can. In that turn, you don't use the 6-up Feel No Pain bubble from the Ethereal. Instead, use the rerollable advances. Reroll your advance rolls with the Ethereal, and it just means, you know, all your broadsides are going 10 to 11 inches up the board, all of them, and all your Fire Warriors as well. So on the turn where you really need to get all your Fire Warriors in rapid fire or something like that, then you just call a Mont car and use the rerollable advance rolls from the Ethereal. I think that's a really nice little trick that not many people, like not many of your opponents will know as non-Tau players. You know, watching this video, they'll probably know. So getting there on the weekend, you know, people might already know some of the things that I've got planned. But that's cool, you know. And also, the final things in the list are 3 Firesight Marksmen. So they are there just because I need some Marker Light support. You know, I've got the 4 characters that I've got Marker Light each. They hit on 2s. It's 3 Cadre Fireblades and Darkstrider. And then the Firesight Marksmen give me another 3 characters which hit on 3s. But because they're Sasir Sept, each unit, the Sasir Sept tenet is each unit gets one reroll on a hit roll per unit that fires. So because it's only a 1-man unit, they'll be getting rerolls here with their Marker Lights. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, it means I've got 7 Marker Lights in the army. And then because I'm Sasir, I can use the Sasir Sept stratagem, which is you pick a unit, that unit, and all units within 6 inches of it gain a Marker Light hit. So I can, you know, do that, explode the Marker Light hits. Then I've got 7 Marker Lights more. Half of them hit on 2s, the other half hit on 3s with rerolls. So, you know, you should get 5 Marker Light hits on one unit and 3 to 4 on the next unit. But then that's when you use the exploding Marker Light stratagem as well, where you get another D3 extra Marker Light hits on a unit. So averagely, I should be able to pick 2 units and get 5 Marker Light hits on both of them. So that was the idea there. The Firesight Marksman, it's the idea that all my Marker Lights are hidden. So, you know, you can't pick a unit of Pathfinders and just kill them like people normally do. You've got to actually get to the characters who are going to be hiding behind all of my other stuff, which is cool. So I really like all of that. Sasir Sept stratagem is awesome. And it's actually something that I picked up from Alex, because I used to go with all Tau Sept and then just have the what they called Pathfinders, because I was taking Pathfinders anyway for the Pulse Accelerator drone, because I had like 150 Fire Warriors in that army. But I was taking a few squads of Pathfinders and going that way, like, you know, I've got 5 Marker Light hits instead of like the 2 Firesight Marksmen you would get for the same points. But then, you know, with them hitting on 3s with rerolls, they get just as many hits as a unit of 5, but they can't be targeted. And then it gives you access to the Sasir stratagem as well. So that's something that I picked up that Alex Harrison was using, and thought, yeah, I'll take that. I'll use that too and see, because that should better the list. So what's happening? Shine a light in your face. You're too dark on camera. He's just dark. Yeah, he's right. I'm just dark. No, yeah, the camera on my iPad, surprisingly, I think is maybe a bit better than this laptop. So let's have a look. Oh, that's really bright. That's really bright in my face. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it just for you, Alexander. Look, I'm blinding myself with the light, but it's for you, mate. Don't worry, I'll do it. Yeah. Ash says, how do you think the new chapter-approved 18 deployment rules will affect the broadside builds in regard to your opponent counter-deploying out of 36? If they have longer range weapons, night battle cannons, etc. Yeah, so that's actually the reason why I went for the broadsides, because it's because of I was either going to go for Fire Warriors or broadsides. And my thing with the Fire Warriors was, if somebody outranges me with the Fire Warriors, because obviously if I'm deploying first, people are going to see, as you say, people are going to see where I go. So say I deployed, you know, sort of on the line, People can, you know, go to the corners and things, yeah, where I won't be able to reach them. But the whole point of the Montcar, that's why the Montcar's there. So, you know, your Montcar, your whole army, like 10 or 11 inches forward, then you're firing 36 from there. So you've got like 46-inch range from the line. So you can pretty much reach anywhere unless you're playing Hammer and Anvil and somebody's got their entire army right in the corner, which is also fine. It just means they're not going to be on any of the objectives or anything like that. They won't be putting any pressure on me, meaning I can take the board and things like that. But the difference between the Fire Warriors and the Broadsides was, if I take the Fire Warriors and somebody countered, you know, deploys out of my range, null deploys me, then there's no way I would be able to get into rapid fire and maximize my shots. I'd just be shooting. Yeah, legend. Woo, blinding myself. But yeah, there would be no way of me being able to reach them and get in rapid fire. I would just be shooting pretty much long shots all game. So each Fire Warrior would just be shooting one shot all game, which wouldn't really help. So in light of the fact that people will be able to see where I go and counter deploy me, taking the broadsides, because it doesn't matter whether something's in 18-inch range or 36-inch range, I'm always getting my maximum shots. You know, 24 shots from the high yield missile pods, and then another 24 shots from the SMS. And that's the thing is, people that are hiding, they're going to be hiding far away from me, behind walls and things like that. So after advancing like 10 inches forward, the SMS has a 30-inch range from there. So it's going to be hard for people to hide from me and also counter deploy me. Well, that's just what I think. So I'm hoping I'm right. You never know. I mean, I might turn up and people know deploy me really well, and I'm like, okay. But that's my personal opinion. I think I should be able to reach most places on the board. Or maybe just not. Maybe if turn one, maybe my broadsides can't shoot what they want to shoot. I think not to shoot anything would be really unlucky. I think there'll always be something for the broadsides to shoot, but not being able to shoot what they want, I think that will only happen ever in turn one. From turn two onwards, it'll be fine, but turn two onwards is where I want to ideally be calling a Montcar or a Caledonian, something like that. So, I mean, if I can, you know, pick things off turn one, it might be worth calling a Montcar to just move as far forward as I can and pick certain units off with the broadsides and the Fire Warriors, and then the next turn, when I am in range of pretty much the entire board, then I can call my Caledonian. So I think I should be okay with being able to reach people and them null deploying me. We'll find out, bro, Cali, I guess. I think I'll be all right, but we'll see. Also, I'm hoping to come in the top 10. That's my aim, coming in the top 10 with this. I mean, it's I think it's a 100-man tournament. 100-man tournament, top 10 would be very good. I mean, I've not played with broadsides yet. I've only really played with Fire Warriors and a Riptide or two with Tau. So broadsides are totally new for me. So if I can get in the top 10, I'll absolutely love it. So aiming for 4 wins. 4 wins and a loss maybe, or 3 wins and a draw, 3 wins and 2 draws, something like that, to really do what I want to do with it and see exactly how this build plays. So I'm really excited for the weekend. I mean, as I say, I haven't played an event for ages. Literally, I haven't played 40k in a while now. Like in a tournament, I mean. Like obviously I play in practice, but I haven't been to a tournament in a while just because of the exams that I've had to be doing. So I'm so glad that I'm getting to go to a tournament this weekend, and I'll be going to a lot more. And they'll all be covered, guys. Even Cali this weekend, I'll be putting up, both me and Dan will be putting up how we're getting on over the weekend, how each round has gone. So, you know, stay with us and keep yourself updated. It should be very interesting. Came in late. What is the list? Heard the Cecilia detachment. Jasper, the list. Let me just... There you are, bro. That's a link to the list. So if you check it out on the website, it's all there. Alexander, best advice for a new Tau player who's also new to 40k as a whole. Okay. I think the best advice at the moment is loads of people are taking hordes right now because the new missions favor hordes. And kind of the way to go is mass firepower at the moment with Tau. So I think personally the 2 best builds are the 9 broadsides with Fire Warrior support, or just the like 160 odd Fire Warriors with a couple of commanders and a Riptide. I think those are like the two best builds at the moment. I know some people really like triple Riptides though. I've seen quite a few people at Cali. I think Bernie as well. I'm not sure, but I think Bernard's taken triple Riptide, and I think that's a pretty good list as well. It's just I've not looked into triple Riptide. Personally, I don't really like it because yeah, you all know I like to play hordes. So anything that's going to take me like my model count even lower, I don't like. So that's the reason why I don't personally like the Riptides. But yeah, I think they are very good units. So you know, I'll be keeping an eye on the other Tau players as well at the event to see how they do with their lists. You know, I'm always learning new things as well. So you know, if the Riptides are absolutely amazing, then maybe that's the way to go. But I think personally, the way to go is the Broadsides and Fire Warriors at the moment, bro. And also Tau Sept. So yeah, Alexander, if you're new to Tau, what you could do as well is if you go to the website Glasshammer Gaming, there's a couple of articles that I've done on there previously with the Tau, and it's about one of the lists that I took to a previous event at Element Games and how I got on with that. So check it out. And also it's about Tau as a general, what I think are the best things in Tau. So the best stratagems, the best warlord traits, the best septs to go for, the best units to pick. I did an article about all of that. So you'll be able to find that on the website, bro. If you're new to Tau, definitely recommend having a look at that. Bernie, always stay hydrated, so keep a water bottle to hand. Yeah. Oh, I've got nothing here. I'm pretty dehydrated at the moment, to be fair. I'm not even joking. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, Michael. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. Top 10, baby. That's the aim. Daniel, looking forward to seeing everyone Saturday. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone as well. I haven't seen quite a lot of the tournament players, quite a lot of my friends on the tournament scene. I haven't seen them in a while now, so it'd be good to get in touch with everyone. Saturday at Cali is always a great social. That's another thing. For any of you that don't know what Caledonian Uprising is, go over to the Element Games page. Caledonian Uprising and Caledonian Revolution, run by Tim King, is awesome. The events are amazing. You have lots of fun playing your games. The players are always really fun as well. Tim is a really good, fair TO, and he runs awesome events. So check it out. And the Saturday night social that he puts on as well. I mean, he orders in pizza. The bar's open till late. Everybody has a laugh, gets to know each other, make new friends, talk to your old friends. It's amazing. Cali is amazing, guys. Imam says, what kind of maths are you doing, Manny? Did a course on discrete maths. Yeah, maths. I'm doing a bachelor's in mathematics. So we're doing all kinds of maths. We're doing abstract algebra, linear algebra, advanced calculus, fluid mechanics, and things like that as well. I'm quite sick of it, to be fair. But yeah, I'm hoping never to have to do maths again in my life after my degree. Not to that level anyway. So yeah. What's up, guys? What's up, Matt? How you doing, bro? Just joining in. Ash, predictions for potential winners and best/most interesting list you've seen. Ash! Don't do this to me. I can't do that yet. Basically, open the vaults on Friday if you want to know our predictions for who we think is going to do really well, and also some interesting lists that we've seen and that we think is cool or we think are going to do well. We're going to be talking about them on Open the Vaults on Friday. It'll be me and Dan and hopefully one or two more guests talking about it. So definitely tune into that Friday night and you'll know about our predictions and who we think is going to do really well. Alexander, dude, thanks. That's perfect. I actually play Custodes now. Was actually playing Tau back in 5th ed. I haven't played 40k since getting a friend of mine into 8th edition Tau. Ah, awesome. Yeah. Tau are a good army in 8th edition. I'm really enjoying them, to be fair. Most of the time I only play an army for 1 or 2 events, and then after that I tend to change armies. But Tau, I've played them for 2, maybe 3 events now, and I'm still liking them. I'm still trying new things out with them. So yeah, Tau are a really good army to use, so get in there. And Custodes are cool, man. Good for you, bro. Jesper says, have you tried putting in a brigade and battalion instead of triple battalion for the CP. I mean, yeah, that is something that I was looking into, but it's just the elites. I would have to put some elites into the brigade, which I don't really have at the moment. Like, no, I don't really have any elites that I want to take. It's gonna cut other stuff out of my list, which I don't really like, because I mean, the elites I have is firesight marksman, so I could put them all into the one brigade, but the firesight marksmen are there to be Saseer, so that they can give me the rerolls to hit for themselves, and also the stratagem that explodes Markalites, because they're there primarily for Markalite support. So I just thought that's probably the better way to go for my list in general, I mean. So, but yeah, brigades are pretty good as well. It's just, yeah, I find the elites. I would have to find points for the elites, because I would want to keep my firesight marksman Saseer. But yeah, it is a viable option. If you want more command points, brigade and battalion is a good way to go as well. Mia Horvath says, hi, Manny. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you here. Alexander Custody. Yeah, man. Custodes are cool. Custodes are really cool army. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about Cali. The rest will be discussed on Friday. Just another thing that I wanted to talk about is we renovated the Glasshammer Gaming shop. It's been renovated and it looks pretty cool now. So you can expect to see some pictures of the new of the shop after it's been renovated up on the page. You can see, we'll be putting it on the website, and we'll be putting some on the Facebook page as well, so you guys can see the progress of the shop. But we will be doing some battle reports soon. Me and Dan are going to be doing a battle report over the next couple of weeks. Actually, next week, I think, after Cali, we'll be doing a battle report. And also, we would absolutely love it if you guys, you know, our viewers, want to come down and give us games. You know, even be in the battle reports with us. We could battle report the games. I know a few of you would love to do things like that. Well, hopefully you guys will love to do something like that. So yeah, if you want to come down and play, message me. Drop me a message on Facebook, or Dan. Drop Dan a message or drop me a message. But yeah, I have the calendar that we'll be doing for battle reports and who's going to be down on what day. So definitely just get in touch with me if you want to be on the battle report, or if you want to come down and just casually give us a game, check out the shop. It's quite cool. Yeah, just let me know, and we'll get you in, man. It'll be awesome. And also, if you haven't bought your tickets, what time Friday, Money? Daniel, you'll know closer to the time. We normally tell everyone on Thursday evening or early on in the day on Friday what time we'll be live on Friday evening. So we'll sort that out, and that will definitely be up. So just keep your eyes open on the page. And yeah, if you haven't bought your ticket for St. George's Champion, guys, buy your tickets. They're selling quite fast now. There are some tickets available, but they are going quite fast. It should be a really good event. It's going to be our own sort of ETC, ITC mixed missions, and the missions will be released over the next couple of weeks as well. So you'll be able to check them out. But it should be an awesome event, man. It's a 120-man event, so quite big. And it'll just be lots of fun, guys. If you haven't bought your ticket, go over to the Glasshammer Gaming web store and buy your ticket, man. And yeah, that was it for today. And I just wanted to say, yeah, keep up with all the love, guys. With your support, we're doing really well at the moment. You know, you guys are all liking it. You guys are all getting engaged in the videos, and you know, having these conversations is awesome. I love coming on here and doing these videos because I love talking to you guys. You guys always, you know, have lots to say, and I like to. You guys give us support as well. Like all these extra suggestions I'm getting from my list now is really helpful, and then you know, it just helps us all grow as a community. I'm loving it. Ash, last question. How do you feel about the mirror match? Will it be who breaks first and moves out? Yeah. So the mirror match in Tau, I think that's where your shield drones come in as well. Oh, that's another thing. I have 16 shield drones in the list to protect the broadsides. It's kind of going to depend on who has more of the shield drones, I reckon. But also, yeah, who goes forward first? Because I think, yeah, a Tau army that's similar won't really be able to take the firepower of an army of the same kind. For example, if I was shot by 9 broadsides directly at my broadsides, I believe it would do a lot of damage. I've not quite done the maths on the mirror match at the moment. You all know now that my worst thing in the game is mirror matchups. I find them boring and I absolutely hate them. So I hope I don't have to. You know, I hope I don't have to play the mirror matchup. Don't want to play against 9 broadsides, but it is a possibility. And yeah, it's something that I have been thinking about, but I think it just comes down to, it will come down to who gets first turn as well. Because if it's, if it's Dawn of War and somebody deploys quite centrally, but a little bit spread towards the middle, and they get to go first, it doesn't matter where you go. If they call a Mont car, they'll be able to advance and reach you wherever you are. So it's going to ride heavily on who goes first. And also, if you can null deploy, then yeah, it's gonna depend on who makes the first go for it, and who makes a mistake, maybe who slips up. So it'll be down to that, and also it'll be down to the Maelstrom cards. It'll be down to Maelstrom cards as well. And whoever gets a little bit luckier might get a few more points. But yeah, I think it's definitely. I don't think it's a draw game by any means. I think whoever gets to go first, if they are in range, or whoever gets to take advantage of the other person's mistake, will win. So that's how I feel about the mirror matchup. Jesper says, best of luck. Cheers, bro. Thank you, man. Hopefully I can get 4 wins with this. That's what I'm hoping for. If I can get 3 wins and a draw, or 4 wins, I'll be well happy. You never know. You never know. I might creep up the podium. Matthew, hoping to go. Not too far away. Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, it'd be good to see you there, bro, on the weekend. Yeah, come over and say hello, man. Love to talk to you. Have a catch up. Be awesome. But yeah, guys, keep updated. Watch our videos. Head over to the YouTube channel, or all of our videos that maybe you miss or anything like that. Battle reports, they're all going up on the YouTube channel. There's quite a few videos up on there now. Go and check them out, Support us by subscribing. That'd be awesome. And yeah, go over to the Glasshammer Gaming website. There will be an article released this Thursday as well. That will be written by me. I'll put that up as well. So don't miss that. And yeah, join us again on Friday for Open the Vaults. Peace, guys. Thanks for watching. Love you all.